Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. So I decided to go onto my press account because Wargaming were giving away an ID card for free, and I totally forgot about my free-to-play account. So I went over to my free-to-play account and I managed to get myself a free tank. Actually, I didn't get my free tank from the ID. I got it from the collect 'em all containers. Yes, like out of any container, I got it from the collect 'em all. Now, we'll talk about that a bit later. Of course, we managed to get the Super Conqueror, which is a very, very good tier 10 tank. It's not the best, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. Where I say it's not the best, it's still a very, very good tank. I would probably prefer a few other tanks than the Super Conk, but you know what? It's my free-to-play account, and I'm going to take it because opening up my free-to-play account, I managed to get myself 3 free tanks. Yes, 3 free tanks. 3 tanks for free. And, of course, the Super Conqueror wasn't the expected tank. Now, we are going to make a video on the other 2. One of them is being obviously the Xmas tank, the AMX Xmas, because of course it was for free. But you know, there is another tank that I did get for free, which we will talk about in the next video. So the Super Conqueror, as you can see, the turret 280 millimeters and the hull is 155. You got a 3000 DPM on this thing, which is very, very good. That is just 8-second reload. Penetration is 252 on your AP, 320 on your APCR. Now we're running it with the rammer because I just don't have credits to run it with anything else at the moment. You've got a 400 alpha gun, 340 on your APCR and 515 on your HE, 4.9 aim time, and I can't quite see that gun depression, but not the best. Almost 4 seconds, I think it's, well, almost. But you do have 10 degrees of gun depression on this thing. So, you know, the Super Conqueror, when played correctly, is actually a very, very good tank. Like, it really is. And I've got no complaints of getting this for free. Now, I would have probably preferred something like the XM or you know, because that is my favourite tank. But do you know what? For a free-to-play account, this account is all about getting to tier 10. It's all about grinding up the tiers without spending any money. So obviously I want to up my win rate. I want to keep that as high as I can. I think I'm at 71% win rate at the moment, and just over 2,500 average damage. So when you play a free-to-play account, like the hardest, actually the hardest thing about playing a new account, a free-to-play account, is credits and XP, free XP. So it's very difficult, especially when you buy it. Like, I've just bought a tier 10, which is the E100. Haven't played it because I almost run out of credit. So I have to constantly now play premium tanks to try and keep them credits up. Now, the best thing about, the worst thing about playing premium tanks is I didn't have any premium tanks. I had a few, obviously. I had the tier 9, which is the 50 TP prototype, which is fair enough. That's, you know, you can keep your average damage at least in that, but it's not the greatest. Whereas with the Super Conqueror, I'm going to able to play it, to maintain credits, and of course to maintain my average win rate as well, and my average damage, sorry, not my win rate, because that's, you know, you never know with your win rate, but at least I can try and maintain my average win rate. Where before I had the tier 9, before I had this, I didn't even really have any tier 8s either, so I had to go play tier 7 and I had to play tier 6 to try and earn credits. But of course, when you play lower tiers like that, then of course your average damage will drop. So now I'm happy because I can maintain my average damage while earning credits and having fun as well, because the Super Conqueror is a fun tank to play. Now this battle I just recorded live. Like, I've just recorded it whilst I'm playing. I didn't want to sort of keep playing it until I get the best game. This was like the first game, and I recorded the whole thing, so just to see how I do on my first game. Now ultimately I didn't do too well, to be fair. Like right now I've just done my first bit of damage, and it's been like 2.5 minutes, which is very frustrating, but especially when you want to maintain the highest average damage you can. It doesn't help when you go 2.5 minutes without doing a freaking single shot of damage. But you know, I've still got 4.5 minutes. There's still 4 tanks left alive, and I need to get up there as quick as I can, because currently I'm only on 700 damage, and then yeah, I do get to the bounce on the IS-7. So with only 3 tanks left alive, there's 5 of us. We're gonna win. We've got the hit points. I now need to try and find out where these guys are going to be, and hopefully I can get as much damage from these 3, because you know, 900 damage is not a lot when you're trying to maintain a 2,000, 2,500 average damage. And there's the Vickers. Do get a shot into him, and let's just go ram him, because again, I want as much damage as I possibly can against these guys. So I managed to get the kill, do a little bit more damage, and now I'm on, let's just wait for the banner. What am I on? 1200 damage. So I need as much damage to this E100 as I possibly can. Now luckily he did have a bit of hit points, so I can get that's the second shot, and hopefully I can get at least 1 more shot. But at least I'm over the 2000 mark now, and I do manage to get the last shot in. But very low roll, 350. That is the only thing with this tank. You can get very, very low rolls in it. But, you know, for my first game in the tank, I still managed to get 2.5k damage. So I did my job. I earned some credits, and, well, how many credits did I actually earn? 115,000 credits. You know, I'm happy with that indeed. So, again, we're talking about the Super Conqueror. Now, I was not expecting this tank in my free-to-play account at all. So what I actually did was, let's just wait for this to finish. I managed to get a collectible container. Now, as you know, I'm not spending any money in this game at all on this account. So I go over to the event. I think it's not that event, the middle one. Let's just click it. Here we go. And you can get 40 of them, and I managed to get a collectible container. So, you know, with the collectible, the odds are not great. The odds are absolutely shit in the thing. But if you manage to get even a tank, then you are very, very lucky. So if you want to see the odds on me getting the Super Conqueror, I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just searching for all them tanks you can get. But when you go over to the odds, if you look at all the tier 10s there, 0.03% chance of dropping that tank, and I've got very, very lucky indeed. So I'm finally got another tier 10 on my free-to-play account. Now I am going to be playing this more regularly. I've got quite a few videos from my free-to-play account, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.